everyone, welcome to the stream. My name is Nessa and I have a very special guest here with me today. Her name is Hart. She is a Yu-Gi-Oh content creator, and today we are bringing the forces of Yu-Gi-Oh and MTG together, and she's going to be learning how to play Magic today. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Hart. I am a Yu-Gi-Oh collector and duelist, and I guess an Instagram YUGIOH content creator. Hello.
Hi everyone. Please let me know in chat, does the stream look good / is the audio good before we continue, just so we can knock out any kinks that may be lurking.
I'm gonna apologize now. Like, you guys are used to A1 quality streamers. I'm just starting, so.
She's a baby streamer, so if you want to shout yourself out in chat so people can follow you if they want to see future Yu-Gi-Oh content, or if you want to plug your Insta where you already have a big following / content going on there.
Here, I'm gonna get my links real quick and I'll just paste them in the chat if that's okay.
Alrighty, let me try to make you a little bit louder.
Perfect. Like, I'll...
Alright, how's that?
How is that?
Do a little audio test.
Okay. Like,
Perfect?
I just... Nice. Oh, sorry.
Bit too much. A little bit quieter. How's that? More Yu-Gi-Oh converts? Yeah,
right.
we're bringing the Yu-Gi-Oh players over to the Magic side.
Right. No, really what it is I'm just trying to slowly, like, infect the entire TCG with Digimon. That's really what it is.
Yeah, okay, so...
I'm a Trojan horse.
Low-key, we both really like the Digimon TCG, and, like, in reality, this is just undercover Digimon convert stream.
Yeah, that's really what it is. We're just really here to talk to you about our Lord and Savior, the Digimon TCG. Please play.
Please play Digimon. But what is actually the real thing we are doing today, not Digimon, maybe another day,
Yeah.
But this is Hart's Magic Arena account. This is a baby account. She just started it, so we're gonna hop into probably like a bot game and go step by step and teach her the ways of the multiverse and planeswalking and things like that. So first of all, let's start off with how much do you know about Magic, or so? Okay. Are you like know nothing, or what do you know? Or what's your starting point here?
Like very little about Magic. I know that there is a set of 6 cards that come in holo and common that were made by Bob Ross, and I know that my friend Josh loves to play Magic, and there's something called, there's like competitive Magic and Commander, and that's about all I know. And someone told me that I would like Black because they said that I would really like the card arts of those.
Okay, yeah. So I guess let's do a little bit of like start off with the colors of Magic. So unlike Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic has a resource system, so that you need to pay a certain resource to be able to play a card. And there are 5 colors of Magic, and those are white, blue, black, red, and green. There's an acronym for it. I'm like teacher Vanessa now. There's an acronym that you can memorize, which is WUBERG: white, blue, black, red, green. That's usually like what everyone like thinks about, is like WUBERG: white, blue, black, green, and each color is known for a specific play style or like style. So white is typically known for life gain. It's like a lot of creature based decks, enchantment, what else, more of like, anyways, life gain, and what else, angels, creatures, light, pure aesthetic. Blue Magic is known for drawing cards, stopping spells, saying no to stuff. You're trying to control the board through tricky ways and draw a lot of cards and be big brain magic. That's the way I see it. Black has a lot of paying life for powerful effects. They also have like drain life, which means you lose life and I gain it. And it has that like dark death aesthetic. Red is really known as like the aggro color. Lots of small, fast, cheap creatures. You're trying to go fast and hard, and like you're trying to win super fast. Otherwise, like you don't know what you're gonna do if you go past. Like you're not trying to have a long game. You're trying to have a fast. Lots of small creatures, hit them hard. Anyways, green. Green is known as the color that ramps, so you get more resources faster to try to have a bigger end goal. So you want to have big creatures a little bit slower, but then eventually once you get something down, it's going to be big and beefy and hopefully unstoppable. But that's basically the like TLDR. I know I can go on about it forever.
No, I love it. I'm like, yes. Like, tell me all of the knowledge.
So black is what you're kind of drawn to right now?
I think, like aesthetic wise, like I would like black, but like play style wise, I'm just like not sure. When I was doing like that little bit of like the tutorial that I did do, I really did like playing white. Like when I play like TCGs like period, I love, big dragons go burr. That's that.
Yeah. Yeah, so you would probably like green or a combination of red and green. That's the like the color combination of like big creatures. They're gonna come down one at a time and hit you really hard, and you just like big creature go burr. That's what that is.
Do you wanna do one with every deck and just see? I you know what I mean? I'm down to do whatever.
Yeah, we can start off with a bot match, and you can just literally pick whichever like deck picture like you want to start off with, or based on what I told you about the colors. Just pick a random one, and we can start a bot match.
Let's do blue first. Let's just do it all in line and everything. Hopefully, it will still stream. I'm holding my breath.
Yeah, so far this stream looks good. I think it's because I'm not running my game. This is like me, like we're looking at your screen. So hopefully the stream doesn't go down. But we're looking good so far.
Okay.
All right, so the first part of Magic is another thing that's different is that Magic has a mulligan system and Yu-Gi-Oh does not. Yu-Gi-Oh, you draw your cards, you get what you get, and you just play. In Magic, you have an opportunity to say, no, I don't like this opening hand, throw it back, and then draw one less card. So the way that you determine if you want to keep it or not is that you look and see if you have the right amount of lands, the right colors of lands, and kind of like a mix appropriately. Usually what I do is do I have at least 2 lands? Sure, I'll keep. Sometimes if you like draw all lands and like one non-land, you're like, maybe I'll throw this away. But here you have only one color to worry about. You have 2 islands and you have some spells. So you would probably just keep this.
Okay. So keep 7.
Alright, since you're going first, you can play 1 land a turn. So you would drop an island out. And then you can hover on the cards or right click on the cards and they'll pop up big on your screen so you can read them. So this is a creature card you can play for 1 blue mana, so you can just play it.
You just drag it out.
Drag it out on the screen, yeah. So it has an ability where when it enters, you can scry 1. Scry means you get to look at the top card of your deck and you choose to either put it at the bottom or the top. So in this case, you're looking at a 3rd land. You do have spells that cost 3 islands. So you can kind of see, like, what I would be thinking is, what is the odds of me drawing more lands? You kind of want to keep your lands and your spells at a, like, steady, like you don't want too many of one or too many of the other. So here you're fine keeping it on top or putting it to the bottom, so since you want to reach at least 3 islands, but the odds of you drawing another island at this point is probably high. So either or, I would probably keep it just because it's a for sure thing.
Keep it on the top and then
and then done. So it'll just stay and show you what you're drawing. So this card is just a defender card, so it's just kind of a wall. So the thing with creatures is sort of like Yu-Gi-Oh! There's an attack power and a defense power, but it's not really defense. It's called toughness. So that's the amount of damage you need to do to it before it dies. And then its attack power is how much damage it does. So it's your turn again. Throw down a land. Now you have 2 mana to work with. So one of them is a creature with an effect, and the other one is a vanilla, I guess, just its power at face value. That one. Has 1 power and 3 toughness. And then damage that's dealt to it gets healed at the end of the turn. So that damage needs to be done in 1 turn for it to die. All right. So hover on your other one, your other creature that you can play.
Waterkin Shaman.
Yeah, so that's a creature with power 2, toughness 1. But it has an effect. Whenever a creature with flying enters the battlefield, that's a key word, under your control, it gets +1/+1 until the end of the turn. So it would get +1 power and +1 toughness. So either or is perfectly fine. And your other creature has no power, so you weren't able to attack there.
Alright, so I got another land, so I put that down, right?
Yeah, you want to probably just play one per turn.
Keep putting those down. Okay.
Keep throwing them down. So here you have some spells, which are enchantments. They're kind of like continuous spells in Yu-Gi-Oh! If I were to describe it in that way. So that spell, when it enters the battlefield, you tap the creature you're enchanting. So you're equipping it usually to an opponent's creature, and then that creature doesn't untap during its owner's untap step. So that means do you know about tapped and untapped?
Yeah, so tapped, you can attack tapped ones, right? But you can't attack untapped ones? Is it like that? Like kind of like Digimon where it's like suspended and unsuspended?
No, that's actually a little bit different.
Okay.
So in order to attack with a creature, you need to tap it down. So in Yu-Gi-Oh! You attack one creature at a time. In Magic, you attack all at once. So you declare which creatures you want to attack with, you tap those down, and then your opponent responds however they want to block or whatever they're doing. But also there's spells or effects that require you to tap, but once they're tapped, and they can only be untapped with cards that say untap this creature. The other time that you get an untap step every single turn. So the steps of the game are untap, upkeep, draw. So the first thing that happens at the beginning of every single turn is you untap all your cards. So all your lands untap, all your creatures untap, and then you can use them again. So if you are using that spell on their creature, it taps down so that it can no longer block. Number 1, and number 2, it doesn't untap during their normal untap step every turn. So it's basically useless for them until they get rid of that. So you could use that, or play another creature. Up to you.
You know.
See, chat says your screen is cut off. Let me see if I can fix that. There we go. Okay, we're good.
Is that better? Here. Like I have it up.
So here you can either use your spell to tap down their creature and then get a free attack in, or you can just play another creature and proceed that way.
I don't know. I don't know what I want to do.
So since we talked about it, you can just use the water knot.
Yeah.
So then we can do combat here.
And then you just tap their creature.
Yeah, you target their creature, and it'll tap it down. So it's
sweet.
It's useless basically. So we're going into combat step. You're going to attack with your Waterkin Shaman. So you can just hit all attack or attack with it individually. So it's going to tap down to attack and then do 2 damage to your opponent's life total. So now they're playing a 1/2 creature, but when it enters the battlefield, they draw a card.
Nice. Okay, so and then I can set another land.
So that's a good one. It has the keyword we were talking about earlier.
Flying.
That's flying. So
So I would play Winged Words first, and then that would take the cost of the Cloudkin Seer down by 1.
well, so it's actually the opposite.
Okay.
So if you play the Cloudkin Seer, it has flying, and then Winged Word says if you control a creature with flying, which you now would, that spell costs 1 less. So it would cost 2 instead of 3.
I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player. I don't read my cards.
You're like, costs? What is this?
I'm like, card text having to read? No, thank you.
So the ability of that card was when it enters, like when you play it, you draw a card. So you drew a card, and then the ability of your Waterkin Shaman happens now, which is when you control a creature with flying, or when you play a creature with flying, it gets +1/+1. So now, even if they block with their Generous Stray, they won't be able to kill it.
Okay.
Yeah, because their cat only has 1 power. So now, see, remember I told you how green has big creatures? So now they're attacking with a 1/2, so you can just block it for free with your wall guy, the Wall of Runes.
And then...
So it's... Yeah, so what's going to happen here is that the cat's going to do 1 damage, it's going to go to 3 toughness, and then at the end of the turn, it heals back to 4. So that was... The bot's not doing a great job.
The bot's like, we know you need a little extra help.
Alrighty, so you drew Glint, which is an instant speed spell card, which I guess I should explain what that is. So an instant speed spell or card is one that you can use during either your turn or your opponent's turn. So in like Yu-Gi-Oh, it kind of would be like a hand trap, but with a cost, obviously, with mana. And that would make your creature get 3 extra toughness and gain hexproof. Hexproof is like you can't target it, basically.
Okay.
It's untargetable. So that's something you can do in response to anything that they have. Or you can use Sleep, which taps all of your opponent's creatures, and then they don't untap during the one next untap step. So maybe you want to save that as like a win condition.
Okay.
And then you can use Winged Words for 2 mana, has a reduced cost, which would let you draw 2 cards. Maybe you can draw your next land with that. So maybe you want to start off with that.
Okay. So Winged Word.
Draw 2. Okay, you drew 2 lands. Yeah. So now you can play that. Yes. And then now you can either play your creature or save your Glint for your opponent's turn. So I would probably just play the creature.
So play Sword Guardian, or is that what you mean by creature? Okay.
Yeah, so if you see on like the middle where it says creature,
I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a monster.
Now that I asked out loud, I totally saw it. Oh.
Yeah, so it's like the creatures monster cards. They're just like the dudes. Yeah. Oh, don't attack. No.
Oh no. Sorry.
They have a big guy.
I forgot.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm like,
Because right now, basically, enemy number 1 is their 4/4 creature, which is super big. You don't have enough to kill it, so you probably just want to take the damage. I would block the Generous Stray that's attacking for 1 power. Or, no. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Either or, because...
That is better.
It's not better. It's just the Sworn Guardian has 1 power, so it wouldn't kill it. They would just kind of boop. But... you probably want to let the 4 damage go through, because you can choose whether to block it or not. Basically, you want to keep as much card advantage as you can and kind of make optimal trades. So here, I would probably just block with either 1, the cat, and then take the damage, the 4 damage, so you don't have to lose any creatures here.
Okay, so just use Wall of Ruin to block the cat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the 4 would go through to you. So you're at 16 now.
And so...
Yeah, so land. And then I guess now we would use Sleep since we don't really have something else to do here. And you target the player. So
Okay,
this
so
this
this.
spell targets the player and taps their creatures. Yeah. So now since they're not untapping for one more turn, you might as well attack with your creatures here.
So just all attack and then.
Yeah. Right, and then you pass. So you kind of get a one free turn of not getting attacked here because of your spell.
Mm-hmm.
But you're basically gonna end, and then the glint is just to in case they want to like target any of your creatures for like with a spell to like kill it or throw it back or what have you.
Okay.
But here they're just playing a 2/2 with no abilities. And then, unlike, I guess I should have said this before, unlike Yu-Gi-Oh, you can't attack the turn that the creature comes into play.
Okay, so just hit pass.
Yeah, it's called summoning sickness, but basically you have to wait a turn until you can use the creature, basically. But you can block with it.
Okay.
Alright, so this is an expensive creature, 6 mana. When it enters the battlefield, you may return target creature an opponent controls to their hand. So what you could do here is play it. It's also a 5/5, so it's bigger than their biggest card. So that's good for us.
Yeah. So would I play the island now anyways?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And then play this.
Yes.
The Riddle Masters.
Yeah, so here its ability is that you're going to put one creature back into their hand. So the options here are you can throw back their untapped creatures, so you get a free attack here, or you can throw back their 4/4, but they can just replay it. Your creature is bigger than theirs anyways, so I probably would throw back the 2/2
Okay.
or no, actually throw back the 4/4 since it's more expensive. They can just play less cards next turn.
Okay. And then take it.
Yeah. So just gonna put it back.
The bot has
Yeah.
chat. I just noticed that right now. That's too funny. It was like, aw, like.
Yeah, it's same with Sparky. Like we always joke that like Sparky low key like is like bad manners because they're always like saying stuff and you're like stop. So here, you could have opted to not attack just to have it as blockers, but you have a pretty big creature, so even if they attack, you'll take some damage, but okay, they didn't. Yeah, so here, honestly, I would just pass, because...
So you just do
yeah,
pass, okay.
Because your decision making here is basically like, I can attack, but then the creature that attacks can't block, so you have to decide, like, do I rather attack here or would I rather not? So here you could have attacked with the 5/5 and then lived and then tried to just win.
Mm-hmm.
So you could have attacked her 5, put them to 3, and then next turn attacked again. But yeah, so yeah, let's try to attack actually.
Okay.
I doubt the bot has anything.
I don't just pass to attack. Okay. I'm like, is this? I need to put on. I need to put on my glasses. I was like, because I'm pretty sure I hit the wrong button. Like, all right, okay, so it's their turn now.
Yeah, so they're just playing a creature here, and it enters the battlefield, puts 2 +1/+1 counters on each other creature you control, basically with the same name, so nothing. Then it's our turn again. Boo, more lands. See, this is the bad thing about Magic that people complain about. Mm-hmm. They're like, oh, like the lands are the worst part of the game, but like that is the game, I guess. Yeah, so like, late game, you just kind of draw them and they do nothing. But here we can try to attack for 5 and then just kind of hope that we can win next turn. Okay. And just keep your other creatures untapped to be blockers here.
Okay. So just use the 5.
Yeah, just the 5/5. And it also has flying. And they don't have anything to block it. So flying is special because the only things that can block it are creatures with flying or a specific keyword called reach. So I don't believe they have any unless I overlooked something.
Okay, so just hit next.
Yeah, so there's an attacker step and then a blocker step. So you would declare what you're attacking with, and then blockers is your opponent picking what they're going to block with.
Oh, okay.
And then damage is damage actually going through. So it's like 3 steps in the battle step. Alright, so they're just playing another 2-2. And then I doubt they attack here, but you pass to their attack step. Alright, they're gonna attack with everything. Might as well play the glint here. It's gonna give 3 toughness. Like, you're basically gonna make something a better blocker. Probably on the Cloudkin Seer, since it has the most power. So now it's just gonna give it more toughness. And then you can just block however, like, since you're winning next turn anyways, you just block the damage however you feel like.
So just do one of those and is like, oh,
so
wasn't clicking.
yeah,
okay.
You can probably block the 2/4. Your Cloudkin Seer can block a 2/2 since it has enough power to kill it.
Okay.
And then you can just take the damage, the 4, since you have 16 life to work with here and you're winning next turn, so
Okay.
you're fine.
So there we go.
Yeah, so damage will go through. Their one guy dies, and then you'll attack here for 5 with your flyer, because flyers are OP.
Oh. Should I summon this?
Yeah, go for
Okay.
it. This one's cool too. Whenever a creature with flying attacks, you draw a card.
That's nice.
So you can just attack all here. And then on attacks, that would activate. And then you would draw 2 cards since 2 creatures with flying are doing that. So, and then you go to blocker step. You could have activated the unsummon there.
The unsummon. Yeah, I was should I?
You're gonna win anyways, but I mean, if you want to do it to
Just for
use it.
practice to get used to the gameplay. Let's summon that one back to
Yeah, so this is right before damage is happening, so you can still kind of manipulate what your opponent can block with. So hypothetically, if your opponent had a flyer, you could have like bounced it back and then they can't block with it, and then you could have won that way.
Okay.
Yeah, or you can see how they block first, because I guess I should mention also, you unlike Yu-Gi-Oh, like in Yu-Gi-Oh, one creature attacks another creature, and in Magic, a creature attacks and then your opponent can choose how they want to block it, and that includes blocking with one creature or multiple creatures. Like, you can literally block one creature with every single creature that you have. And then their power and toughness gets combined. So all that power would go to your creature, and then your creature would do however much damage it's doing according to its power, and then you get to decide where the damage is going. So whatever they block with, you get to decide like what power is going on to what toughness. So you can you get to pick where the damage is going if they're blocking with multiple creatures like that.
Okay.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah. I think I am absorbing.
Okay.
So I'm like, let's play one with the white deck.
The white deck? Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so
All right.
here we have an opening hand. You get to choose to mulligan or keep. So are you thinking you're gonna mulligan or keep here?
Well, like, I have 3 lands, and then so these are all, there's 2 creatures, and then these are spells, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah, so this is a good mix, right?
yeah, looks fine. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm like, well, let's just try it out.
Yeah, I'm trying to be a good teacher here and like get you to absorb. Oh, opponent's using the same deck.
Oh, that's fun. We'll have a good mirror match.
Yeah, mirror match. So you have 2 creatures here. One is Charm Stray. It has only one. It's a 1/1, but then when it enters the battlefield, you put a +1/+1 counter. So that's like permanent attack bump. for each creature you control. So you want multiples of them. The other cat is a 1/2. So it can block the other cat a little bit better right here. So you probably want to play the other one when you have more copies of it.
Yep. So Sanctuary Cat for right now.
Yeah. So it blocks the 1/1 pretty well. The other thing about Magic, I guess I should mention now, is that the card limit in Magic is 4. So that's a playset, and then Yu-Gi-Oh is 3. So
okay.
there should be 3 more of those guys in your deck.
Oh, all right. Okay, so Knight's Pledge, enchanted creature gets 2/2. That's nice. Cast a spell only if a creature is attacking you. Create 3 1/1. Oh, that's cool. So you can do it's like a Karibo, basically.
Kind of. So when they attack you, once they've already committed their attackers, you play it, and then creatures like come out, and you have more to block with or to work with. You can kind of, I guess, blow them out in a sense. Like,
okay.
They attack thinking you have this much power on the board, and then all of a sudden, a lot more come out. More of a Wabaku. Yeah, that's a little bit better. So here you can either use the pacifism to make it so the creature can't block anymore, the 2/2, or you can use Night Pledge to make your cat bigger and a better attacker or blocker.
Okay. So, all right.
So I think I would just keep the pacifism. Maybe they probably have bigger and better creatures, and we kind of save it, and then just pump up your cat. So if you play your enchantment, it's gonna ask you who you want to put it on. You could put it on your opponent's creatures, but you know we're not doing that. So you can attack. They don't really have good blocks here, but then if you attack, it's gonna tap down, and then they are free to attack you. So they have 3 power on the board right now. We also have 3 power. So you could just attack and go for it. And then since we do have the pacifism, next turn we kind of can manipulate the attacks that way too. So that's the thing about Magic also that I think is why I like it a lot, is because you kind of have to plan out ahead, like, this is what I want to do, which means my opponent might have this, and then you kind of have to plan and like have your resources lined up. Like, I have this much mana, I want to use this for this and this for this, and you kind of have to plan super ahead. Whereas with Yu-Gi-Oh, you kind of just, you can do everything right off the bat, you know, which is, I guess, a good and bad. Just depends on what you like here, right?
Right. Yeah. It's like, I don't. You know what? I'm like, let's just play super aggressive right now.
Yeah, okay. So your opponent could have blocked or double blocked, but you have 4 toughness right now, and they only have 3 power, so they couldn't have killed it. All right, so they're going on the offensive too. So now you have 3 mana to work with. Okay, that guy's kind of cool. Whenever you gain life, it gets a +1/+1 counter, so that's permanent attack bump. But you don't really have a way to gain life at the moment.
No big deal.
Can you hover over the Charm Stray? I forgot. I think it has lifelink. Yeah, it has lifelink. So that is another keyword. It explains it in the little box right there. But basically, whenever it does damage, however much damage it did, you gain that much life.
Oh,
so
okay.
that would be a way to get the life to happen here. So what you could do is play the Charm Stray and the Hollowed Priest, or you could play the Pacifism. But if you want to take the aggressive like route, I would just attack and then play your creatures and then see what opponent does.
Okay. So, yeah, here, we'll attack.
Yeah, and they only have the 1/2 to block. So they're just going to block it ordinarily. Oh, okay. So they have something to use during the combat step, which makes it a 3/4. Oh, they had 2. Dang. I'm assuming those are temporary like bumps. You can click on their graveyard, and then you can see what they just used, because I don't know what it is. Okay, so they just did like Target creature gets whatever
Till
bump
the end of
till
turn.
the end of the turn. So that's gonna go back down. It's gonna be a 1/2 again. So you probably just want to play some creatures out now just to have them.
So do Charmed Stray, and then
Yeah. The other guy, yeah.
and then Hollowed Priest.
Alright, so now they're attacking with a 2/2 and a 1/2. You could block with the 1/1 and then give the Hollowed Priest +1/+1 because the Charm Stray does have lifelink. It's gonna do damage, but just not enough to kill it. Or you could double block with your 2 creatures, the Charm Stray. So the Sanctuary Cat, and the Sanctuary Cat would only do 1 damage, but then they get to choose which one. So basically, it's gonna die, and one of your creatures are gonna die, or you could just take 3. You do have lifelink, so it might not be bad. So,
Yeah, we'll do no block.
yeah, I would just take it because the alternative doesn't seem like the greatest.
All right, so I have a pacifism and a confront the assault.
Yeah, that you could use next turn because you're gonna have 5 mana next turn. So here you could use the pacifism on the 2/2 since it's their biggest creature.
I'll go ahead and do that.
Yeah. So
And
here, you could attack, but then they block with the Charm Stray. They only have 1 blocker, so it would kill it. I think I would just attack with the Charm Stray since it has lifelink, and if they choose to block it, it still dies. You still gain the life, and your other creature would be a 2/2. So you'll lose a creature if they block, which they do.
Oh, they did. Yep.
Yeah, you gain 1 life because it has lifelink, and then your creature goes up to a 2/2. So then they don't have anything anymore. So that creature's ability is whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. Okay, so that'd be really cool to play now. And then if you play your other card, 3 creatures will enter, so you gain 3 life. And then your Hollowed Priest would gain +3/+3. So that's actually really good. Here, yeah, you can just attack here.
Okay. So
Since they don't have a good block.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, dang. So they have a 4/4. You don't have good attacks. That only happens when something is attacking you. So you just want to pass since they have a 4/4 that they can block with.
So just no attack.
Yeah, so here they're probably just going to attack with their 4/4 since to them it looks like a free attack. But now since they attacked, you can use the Confront the Assault. So you're going to go ahead and play that since the creature's attacking you. 3 creatures entered the battlefield. You're going to gain 3 life, and your other guy goes up to a 5/5. So here you can take the 4 damage or block with 1 just to avoid the damage. So I honestly would just take the 4 since you're a Life King deck. But it does have, if you hover over the Sarah Angel or right click on it, you can see that it has 2 keywords, Flying and Vigilance. So Flying, we already went over. Vigilance is another keyword. It'll explain it right there, but basically when it attacks, it doesn't need to tap. So it can attack and block since it's not tapping itself to attack. That's just what that means. So here you drew a card. So it's 6 mana. You can play it. Whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life and draw a card. So that's really good. But your other creature is going to cause your Hollowed Priest to get even bigger. So now you could attack with Hollowed Priest. I probably would since it doesn't have Flying or Reach. So can't block the Sarah Angel even if it wanted to.
So just attack with the Hollowed Priest or attack with everything? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just attack with that.
Probably should have saved the pacifism. Maybe.
It doesn't matter. So here they're attacking with a 4/4 flyer and a 3/4 creature. So here you have the option here of you can kill the Sanctuary Cat, but you're gonna have to give up some of your creatures. So you can choose to block either creature with as many creatures as you want. Or just take 7.
I'll just
Up to you, though. What is this card?
Bond of Discipline.
Tap all creatures. Tap all creatures your opponents control, and then creatures you control gain lifelink until the end of the turn. I think we just won. Sweet. All right, yeah. So that's sorcery speed. So you can. It's basically spell speed 1. Like it's a regular spell card.
Sick. Sorry,
Yeah.
hold on. I messed up my phone. Now I can't see the screen. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. So attack all, and we win. Nice.
Sick. That's okay. So all right.
Yeah.
So
we topped that good. Heart of the cards. See, we did
Heart
it.
of the cards. Like it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't work when you're playing, but it always works when I'm pulling cards. Like there.
Okay, I see some more people joined in the chat, but I guess if you want to introduce yourself again.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been ignoring chat for a little bit.
Right. I'm like we've been very like intensely focusing on this game. We're like no smooth brain activities happening here, sir.
Yeah, I was telling her about like cuz she's been watching this stream a little bit and she's like, "Oh, like I like when you talk about smooth brain cuz like big mood." And I was like, "Yes."
Like all the smooth brain. Like I always say that. Like I'm like, sorry. I'm like I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player. I don't read my cards. Smooth brain activities all the time.
But if you want to introduce yourself again, probably a lot of people didn't catch the beginning of the stream.
Yep. Okay, so hello everyone. I am Hart. I am a Yu-Gi-Oh collector and duelist. I have an Instagram account where I post my collection and like my card collection and then different like various wonky Mattel merchandise items that I own.
Where can chat find you on the interwebs, or what do you do on the internet?
Yes,
other than Instagram.
So I'm like, I am live on Twitch. I stream. I just started streaming. I'm on YouTube, and I'm on TikTok as Yu-Gi-Oh Bay. So.
Oh yeah. And actually, do you have your hyperlinks on to post in chat?
Yes.
I think my mods are gonna have like a command so it pops up later.
Okay. I'm like, here, let me cut off all of the extra stuff.
Thank you, mods.
So, dude, mods are the best. Like, thank you so much for all of the taking care of us and making the computer stuff work. Like,
honestly, I should send my mods some stuff. If you're a mod of this channel, message me and I want to mail you something.
That's cute. I love that.
I'm gonna mail you guys card. I usually give out like cards and stickers.
It's so cute.
It's cute.
Love that.
Yeah.
I'm like a little sad because okay, so I don't know if you've ever seen, but like I don't like trading my like actual like collection like cards. Like it just like hurts me too much. And then like you know what I mean, once like you trade a card it's like that person's card, but like I like miss my cards when they leave me. So I'm just like so what I've been doing is like I'll just go, I have I don't know if you can see because it's like right behind me, but like I have a big stack of like bulk boxes and then just like tins and tins of hollows, and I'll just like grab, I don't even know, like 20 of those, and then I'll make like a Valentine for a friend. Just like put like a little stack of cards and some top loaders and do like some little crafts and like send them out. And
TCG crafts are the best.
They're so much fun, and I have so many pack wrappers. Like I've saved probably like every pack wrapper I've ever opened. Like since like 2000.
But this is my current pack wrapper stash. I don't know why I've been saving them, but like I felt like a giant like urge to save them recently.
I'm so excited. I'm waiting for, because you know there's like a little bit of a lag like on mobile, so I'm like waiting for it to pop up.
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
and then I this is only from like 3 or 4 months, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I'm just like, I can't throw this away. I'm like a huge
so
pack rat.
excited. I'm
a huge pack rat. I keep everything.
So, like, I don't know, you know, like, we're, like, new friends, so I haven't shown you my trash can yet, but I have, like, an
you have a trash can?
Okay, so...
I need to step
like,
up my game.
You know, like, the trash can that you take, like, to the road? Like, we live on the West Coast, so, like, you know, like, that type of trash can. Like, think about that, but, like, half the size. And, like, I have one of those in the closet right here, and it is full from, like, top to bottom, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pack wrappers. I'm like,
nice.
I want to be embarrassed about it, but, like, it makes me so happy every time.
Pack rats unite!
Right, I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I haven't had any shiny cardboard in a while. Why don't I do some shiny pack racker crafts? I have an outfit started, and, like, I'll have to show you. I'll have to show you one day.
Man, okay,
it's
story
so
time. I need to do a quick story time.
I'm excited.
When I was in high school, I was super into Yu-Gi-Oh! It was like my whole life, how Magic. Anyways, I get obsessed over whatever I'm doing. At the time, it was Yu-Gi-Oh! I was like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the best thing ever. I'd go to like every tournament, and this is like my entire life. And I'm also a cosplayer, so I was like, I'm gonna make an outfit made out of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So I made an entire outfit made entirely out of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It was like a dress, some earrings, like a headpiece, and then I covered heels in cards too. So it was like card heels too. So my entire outfit was Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I wore it to a convention for one day, and then I took a picture, thought nothing of it. It was a cool day, had a picture. And then literally like 2 or 3 years ago, someone from high school messaged me. Someone in high school messaged me, and they're like, hey, did you know you're a meme? And I was like, what? And they sent me a meme they found on iFunny, and it was a picture of me in that card dress, and I was like, this is literally from like 10 years ago, and it was just so awkward, and I found out that day that I was a meme. Yeah, iFunny. It had an iFunny watermark. That's how you know.
I'm so excited. You have to send it to me now.
Let me see if I can pop it up on the screen real quick.
Okay. Actually. I'm gonna be watching. I'm so excited right now.
Hopefully I still have it on my computer.
I really want to. That's what. You know what? When I make affiliate, we should do a cosplay stream.
I'd be so down.
I think we should.
I don't do enough of those. Mostly because I'm lazy, but...
Same. Nessa is a meme, the actual dream. There we go. She is living on all cylinders.
It was wild, dude. Like, my brain just exploded that day. I was like, I can't even now. What even is this?
How do you know what I mean? Like, how do you process that? You're like, oh, okay, this is strange. Like, I always feel like super like weird when I'll be like scrolling on Instagram and I'll like see my face and it, like I didn't post it. I'm like, oh, what are we doing here?
Someone posted a picture of you. You're like,
right?
What the heck?
I'm like, this is weird. This is a weird time.
Oh, we just got a raid. Garbage Andy is raiding us, bringing over his peeps. Thank you so much. Welcome, everyone. My name is Nessa. This is my friend Hart.
Hi.
She's over here. She is a Yu-Gi-Oh player, and we are converting her to the Magic side. I don't know if she'll fully convert, but she is at the very least learning how to play the game, and we are here just talking about how much we love card games, and we're huge nerds. But welcome, everyone. We are just chit-chatting right now about how big of TCG nerds we are, and that one time I became a meme. But I'm trying to find a picture of that meme.
I'm so happy that you're a meme. I can't. So good. So good.
I'm like going through some folders right now, but it might not be on my PC. I know it's on my phone though. I might have to flash my phone on the screen.
You're like... Or I'm like, maybe we could just get shirts. I feel like if you're a meme, you should at least have that like
a shirt and like put your meme picture on it.
At least once. It has to happen.
Oh man, I'm so disappointed I might not have it on this computer. Almost done looking through a folder. I found a Yu-Gi-Oh cosplay though. I cosplayed a tour guide.
That's so cute, dude. I want to do Yu-Gi-Oh cosplay so bad, but it's just like I'm so indecisive and like I have no sewing skills and like I just don't even know where to begin.
Oh, so I found a picture of the dress, but not the meme.
I'm down for whatever.
Okay, I'll show that since when I find the meme, I'll post it on like social medias. But like this is me when I was 17, baby Nessa with her derpy Yu-Gi-Oh dress.
I in the
Dawn
chat
is
I'm
DMing
seeing
you.
yes, I'm like I'm seeing that we are being summoned.
Oh no.
Dawn wants to yep, before Dawn wants to I wanted to say duel me. But
I think
that's
she
so
found
cute.
the meme.
I'm so excited.
Oh, it's a picture of it. I forgot. This is like my old blog. I had a Yu-Gi-Oh blog when I was like 17.
Woo. I saw someone was following. I saw that popped up on screen. Hello.
Okay, so this isn't the meme. This is my actual blog from when I was 17. Oh my gosh. I need to erase that. Do you ever just want to erase like all of remnants of like your presence on the internet when you were younger?
Okay, so I have been like very, very privileged in like my life and have been surrounded by women in STEM my whole entire life. And when I went into college, like the teacher that I had for like intro to college, like she should not have been teaching like intro to college. I don't know like what was going on with her. It was definitely just like a chill job type thing. She was like, "Hey, this is how the internet works." And she chose one of us and like in the middle of in the middle of class like pulled like everything on them. Like everything, was able to find like everything that she could possibly
That's
like need to find
terrifying.
in like 10 seconds. And she was like, lock your social medias down. And that day I deleted every Tumblr post.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, no. I like never again. So like all my social I have my like Instagram and like my Hart like social media, but like my personal social media, I'm like, no, thank you. Surely
Oh
not,
man,
ma'am.
my stuff's out there. I don't think I've deleted enough of it because I used to be a Yu-Gi tuber too, and
I
like
love that.
I took all of that stuff down. I left like 2 videos just to be like, this is a 10-year-old Yu-Gi-Oh video. There's like a lot more like it, but we'll just leave those up there. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like we need to teach you more magic.
Oh, sorry. That's like we talked about this before stream that we're both like big chatterboxes, so chat. Would have a lot to say with each other. I have accidentally found the teenage social media profiles of some streamers countless times. That's super funny. He says, oh, because they use the exact same username as a kid as they do now. That's wild. I definitely do not.
I think I had a different username, but like my current username I just have done with like my magic stuff.
Same. Alright, so we got 3 lands, we got 1 monster. That's not good. Right?
It's kinda like it's fine. I usually just keep hands that have at least 2 lands. Okay. And then I'm like, oh, I'll just draw more. Like you have one creature, but like you can draw more. Yeah. Or you can just buff up the 1. So yeah, you got a creature. It's coming down. And then it's the same deck. Yep. Okay, so now they have a 3/3. You have a 1/3.
I forgot to change decks.
Oh no, you're fine. All
right, I'm gonna do no blocks here. Yeah. Not trying to die. Oh, this is a good one. But I need something with lifelink to make this work, right?
No. So what it does is it taps down all your opponent's creatures, and then your creatures gain lifelink for that turn.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of like a finisher card. That's why it worked so well last time you top decked it.
Alright, so just save that for later.
So here, you can probably just, use the Knight's Pledge to buff up your creature. It's gonna get +2/+2, so it's now a 3/4. You can either attack with it or keep it up as a blocker since your opponent doesn't really, their creature is smaller, but they could also have cards like yours where it pumps up your creature. So I would probably just attack, even though, actually, their creature also, their creature has lifelink, so they're also gonna be gaining back their life every single time they attack. So maybe just, I guess, attack since you're still high on life.
Yep. I cannot with like the little like speech bubbles where it's like, hurry up.
Oh yeah, the bot.
1 month short of a year.
Oh hey Roxas Wolf, thank you so much for resubscribing at tier 2 for the 11th month. That's almost a year. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us today. But yes, we are teaching Hart here some magic today, and she only has one creature, so we're gonna see if we can survive here.
Yeah.
So you could put the pacifism on their 3/3 since it's already equipped. So they're kind of losing 2 cards for the price of 1. So here you can just attack with the 3 since they don't have good blocks unless they have a, like the card in your hand, Tactical Advantage. It's a 1 mana temporary boost basically. And so they're kind of just making their stuff super big. Okay, that's sweet. You can totally play him. He's the one, remember, where another creature enters the battlefield and you gain 1 life.
Nice.
Yeah, so then you'll have 2 mana left over here. So you could just not attack here and then try to do what the bot did last game, where you attacked, they blocked, but then they pumped it up to make it bigger. So you, let's try doing that actually.
No attack. And then...
Oh, they didn't attack.
Oh, what?
You could use that, but usually a lot of times in Magic what ends up happening is that you play stuff, pass the turn. They play stuff, pass the turn. And you kind of don't attack unless like you have really good attacks and they have bad blocks, or if you have like spells that are gonna like do a blowout where like you can kind of manipulate their board. Like you kind of just, you don't want to attack every single turn unless you're like a super aggro deck. So you can just continue to keep passing and drawing creatures. And a lot of times in this game, you'll have games where you'll just have stalemates where it's like, I play a creature, I play another creature, and then there's no limit to the amount of creatures you can have on the board. So they just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Oh, wow.
Well, what does your creature do? The 2/2, the one that you just played.
Yes,
you can pay 3 to give it first strike until the end of the turn. So that's another keyword. First strike means that when combat is happening, let's say you attacked and then they blocked with one of their creatures. Your creature does damage before their creature does. So if it's enough to kill their creature, it'll kill it, and then it's your opponent's creature won't be there to do damage back. So it's a pretty good keyword, and you can use that ability during your turn or their turn. So you can keep it or save it. I would just save it and then probably just pass.
Roll. There you go.
Yeah, chat's like Sparky is taunting. They're BMing us.
Yeah. Well, did you see him being like, you ever thought about the multiverse? I'm like, actually, yeah, but okay. Like,
Sparky loves to BM. Snarky Sparky, yeah. So they have a flyer, so we kind of want to force something here. You could just use the bond of discipline, just to kind of. We don't win here, but we can just attack all.
yeah, we can.
Or actually, does that make it not untap for 1 turn? Is it like sleep? No, it's not. Oops.
No.
Nah, you're good though. You're good. I thought it was like the other one where the blue deck where they tapped and they stayed tapped for 1 turn.
This is, yeah, like I bricked.
No. So a tactical advantage is an instant speed, so you can use it during your turn or their turn, and then your creature would gain +2/+2. So you can either do that. You don't have to use it right now. It's an instant speed, so you want to do it as a surprise, basically. So your opponent currently has 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 power on the board. And then you kind of want to keep your blockers up, but also you have to think about that your opponent has a 4/4 flyer and you don't have flyers or reach. So it's kind of a hard position to be in. Usually when I'm faced within a situation like this, I try to attack but also block. So it's kind of a hard situation. But if you want to just attack with like your 2/2, since it can gain first strike. No, the other one that can gain first strike.
Not bad.
Yeah, just with that guy. And see if they block with the hopefully they block with the Sarah Angel. But yeah, you can attack like that. And then they're gonna decide if they want to block or not. Okay, so they did. So don't hit anything yet. Yeah, so you want to give it +2/+2. And then also what you could do is use its ability to give it first strike. So that would
Could I play
you don't have to, because it has first strike, so it's gonna do the damage to the Sarah Angel before the Sarah Angel can do damage to you. So only their Sarah Angel will die here.
Okay.
So you can have damage happen. So you did the damage, and then their creature didn't get the chance to do damage back since it gained first strike. So it's gonna be first strike and then regular damage. So now it's just telling you like go to damage, but not there. It only has first strike. Ooh, this is a creature I really like called Leon War Leader. It's a 4/4, and then when it attacks, it makes 2/1/1 cat creature tokens with lifelink that are they come in already attacking, but you need to attack with him. So that happens, you gain some life, and then I probably would just pass since you have your spells ready in case they attack, which I don't think the bot will. Okay. Ooh, and then remember that one from last game? Where when you gain life, it gets a +1/+1 counter, so it's just going to keep getting bigger. And then you also have the cat creature, so you probably want to attack with that. Or go into combat.
Sorry, I was just reading that real quick. Alright, so attack with Sanctuary Cat.
You could attack all, but it's probably just safer to attack with the Leonin War Leader, not the Sanctuary Cat.
Bad.
It's a cat. It's just like a humanoid cat.
Yeah.
So what it's gonna do here is that when it attacks, its ability is gonna happen. It's gonna make 2 cats. The other guy's ability is gonna happen. You gain 2 life, and then the other guy is gonna get bigger because you gain life.
Nice.
So now we're going to blockers here, and then they're gonna choose how they want to block here. All right, so here what it's asking you to do is pick how you want damage to go through. So hit view battlefield first. I don't know what's attacking what. Okay, so it's gonna be the 4/4 versus the 4/4 and the 1/1. So 5 power total is blocking the 4/4. So go back to the view browser button. Okay, so you want to put the 4/4 in front because that's your like main thing you want to kill here. Press done, and then use your tactical advantage to give it +2/+2. So it's gonna be 6 total, so they won't have enough power to kill it. And then also you have to decide, so the 1/1 is getting blocked by a 2/2. You could use the tactical advantage, you don't have to. And then your other 1/1 is being blocked by the 1/2. So you can't save them both. You can let them die since they're free creatures and you can just make more, or you can use the tactical advantage to kill their 2/2. I think I would either do that or nothing. This is fine, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'll just let them die.
Yeah, they're free. But you did gain life because those cats do have lifelink themselves. Even though they died, they still did damage, and you gained 2 life, and your guy got bigger. So here you can just pass and like just have super big creatures and be fine here. Alright, honestly, you're pretty fine to just attack all here. And the Leonin War Leader's ability happens every single time it attacks, so you just keep getting free creatures. And so now they're going to choose how to block, so you let them decide how to block. And so now you can use the tactical advantage here if you want. So how much damage is going through here? So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage is going through. So if you use that on an unblocked creature, you can make 14 damage go through, but that's not enough to kill them. Or you can use it on like one of the 1/1 lifelinky cats to make it survive and kill their other creature. I would probably do that since the other option is not game.
Okay, so
or you could just save it. Either
I was gonna save it.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, just let damage go through.
Whoa. I'm never gonna get over this bot.
The freaking bot.
Yeah. And then so enter.
Yeah, you're good. You're good on life. Okay, so they're gonna play the creature that when it enters the battlefield they gain 4 life. But not good enough. Oh, and they choose death. Alright. So you don't have anything to block with, so you're just gonna take the 2. But we don't care at this point. So now we're just attacking all to win.
Let's go.
Here, you could use the tactical advantage, but we win anyways, so
yeah.
we do not care.
Like, -17.
-17. Yep. They did.
Woo. Okay, before we start talking about anything interesting, let me switch my deck so I don't forget. But I really do like playing white so far.
Yeah, I personally, I like every color, but I think I lean more towards white and red, and then sometimes, actually, I like all of them but blue, but I do like to play blue sometimes. I'm just like, I prefer, like, I guess decks that are just like, I play creatures and they attack and they do cool stuff. But I try to play every single type of deck, but that's kind of what I lean more towards.
Okay, so, I'm like, the question I really want to know, what Digimon deck do you play / want to play? that's
we're a Digimon
real
stream
question.
Right now I play the yellow deck with
do you play Shine Greymon?
Yeah,
that's
that guy.
Oh,
that's like, wait, yeah, okay. That guy.
So one of my friends at locals will play that deck, and I had trouble with it the first week that I went against it, but then I went 2-0 twice against it. So I was like, yes.
I don't play enough, honestly. We need to do a Digimon play stream one of these days,
I would love to do that so much. I play Blue and Imperialdramon right now, and it is so much fun. I really like Digimon. It's so much fun.
It is, but I feel like not that many people are into it. Probably chat's like, what? Digimon?
Right.
That's a game?
Everyone's excited. I love it. Somebody asked if they could get a game with me. I don't care. I don't know if I could actually. I don't know if I have a deck that, can actually play against anybody.
We're not doing viewer battles, okay?
Oh, okay. Next time. We'll be back. I'll have more cards.
Yes, for now we are just learning, not doing viewer battles. I'm sorry. But yes, black deck. Let's see. I think you're gonna like black. I think you are.
I'm excited for that. My friends always say that I am goth in the sense that penguins are birds. I'm like, I appreciate you for that. But I'm really excited to see all of the different artwork, because that's really my favorite part about TCGs.
Oh, the artwork. Yeah, the thing with Magic is I'm not a huge fan of the artwork. Sometimes there are artworks that I really love, usually the alternate arts and stuff, but more than anything I love the gameplay in Magic. But if I'm trying to get some cool artwork or collect some cards, I usually gravitate more towards Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon. Yeah, but
So-
like Magic gameplay wise is like my number one.
I can't like there are some Pokemon cards that I'm like, these are good, but like overall, I'm just kind of like, And there's a few Magic cards that I like, the Bob Ross ones, and like I've seen a few other ones that I'm like, that's great, but like. I am really excited about Digimon. I feel like Digimon is taking like
Best of both worlds.
where Pokemon like missed the mark and where like Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't do any of the full arts, like Digimon is going to close that gap in the market. And there's so many good cards. I am just like all of the cards, all of the Digimon, all of the Magic, I'm like, let's just take over the TCG. Let's go.
No, yeah, that's where I am. I'm like into every card game right
Well,
now. It's kind of
like I know that like we've had like casual conversations. It's always like strange. Like in the other TCGs there's not that many like women. Like we all have to like smoke signal each other.
Yeah,
like,
hey, I'm over here.
Almost there.
Right, that's like my favorite. Honestly, like my favorite thing about like gaining a following, which not many people know, but I started like Instagram like way back in like 2018. I think no, 2016, and I did it for like 2 years, and then I took a break from like 2018 till like August 2020. One of my friends was like, start your Instagram up. We're in quarantine, like.
Oh yeah, that's when it ramped up.
Yeah, they were just kind of like, you got to show everybody like all the stuff that you collected over like the last 2 years that you've been gone. And I was like, you know what, I will. And so like, I was like, don't mind if I do. So I literally came back in the door August 1st, 2020, with 3,500 followers, and it hasn't even been a year yet. And I'm at 14.6.
Oh, dude, you've been killing it on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm at 14.6 today. I'm like, let's go.
I just see you and I'm just like, whoa.
Dude,
wow.
I am so glad that it like shows through like that how like you know what I mean, like I want to get the best pictures. I want to find like the stuff that like I enjoy, like I want to showcase it like in the best way. So I can just be like, look at all of these cool
I
Yu-Gi-Oh
feel like when
things,
I'm
and
just
let's
like,
all talk
look at
about
all these
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Magic cards, everyone's like, whoa, and I'm just like, look at these Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and then look at these Digimon cards, and then look at these cards, and people are just like, where's the Magic? And I'm just like, no, appreciate all the games, gosh dang it.
Right, that's like the hardest part. Like I think that my followers like have started to realize that like I definitely am liking Digimon like more and more. So I'm hoping that everyone will start being open to it. Like obviously I'll never stop like posting my Yu-Gi-Oh collection, because unfortunately but fortunately like no other TCGs will ever come close to Yu-Gi-Oh, like art-wise. There's just, for me, I'm sure like everybody else can have their own like opinion, but like for me personally, the combinations like of the arts, the rarities, and like just everything like placed together, like none of the other TCGs
like
come
Magic
close.
has nothing on Yu-Gi-Oh in terms of like rarity. Like Magic foils are trashed here compared to like every other game other than Flesh and Blood. Flesh and Blood has the worst foils.
Okay, so somebody asked me to open a box
Hot
of
takes.
that. I'm like, what even is that? I'm like, I haven't heard of that. And then I heard somebody say that Flesh and Blood's like kind of like Magic playstyle wise.
Flesh and Blood is for Magic players that don't think Magic is magic enough. Does that make any sense?
That sounds
like they're the
too
like
weird for me.
magic boomer purists.
Oh,
That's the Flesh and Blood crowd.
I love it. Somebody said full art foils beg to differ.
Well, no, the new stuff Magic is doing is pretty good, but they're still like not even close to like other games in terms of foils and like rarity stuff.
Okay, let's bring up my favorite card, which like nobody will ever be able to tell me anything. I have two favorite cards now, but my like number one like favorite card is an Ultra DT Trish. Like the ultra like DT rares are absolutely insane. So because it has the like an ultra, so it has the gold lettering and then the hollow on the art, and then it's a DT rare, so it's parallel rare, and what that means is that it goes all over the card. And
Oh yeah, those are great. They're so freaking shiny.
And yeah, they have like there's a few different styles. You can get like a battle shatter or like the dots, and the dots are on like the ultra, and like that combination of like the parallel with all the dots and like the hollow and the gold, I'm like, this is unreal. And it was like my favorite card forever because so you could only get like the DT like Trishula, Deloran, and like other ice barriers out of like the DT like machines, the dual terminals. So you'd have to
Oh
like
yeah, I
play a
remember
game.
those. I
Yeah,
miss them.
I miss those too. I was looking online and like sold it in like a BFE auction for like $150. I think about that literally every moment of my life. Just like oh, I could have gotten a DT machine for
Oh yeah,
$150.
Chat saying that you're keeping the poor bot waiting.
Well, what's the poor bot? I don't know what that is.
The bot?
Oh,
Sparky?
that. Sparky can wait his turn. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. I apologize for making you guys wait.
But after this game, we can just do like a little chit chat, like
I'm
podcast style.
Like, you guys cannot get me talking about Yu-Gi-Oh rarities and artwork and think that I'm not gonna grandstand. Like it is.
No, I think chat can definitely see your like passion for the game.
I just there are. It's another mirror match. Is that all the bot does? It just is mirror
Not
matches?
usually, but maybe it does when you play like starter decks. I don't know. What do your cards do? I didn't even get to read them.
Sorry. Okay.
Oh, no. Okay, so that guy can just come back for a certain amount of mana. Whenever a creature an opponent controlled dies, it gets a +1/+1 counter. Okay, so you're trying to just kill their stuff, and have him survive. So you probably just want to pass and then hopefully get to block with the skeleton to pump up your other guy, since skeleton can come back.
Okay.
But they're not attacking. Okay. So now, ooh, that guy's cool. It's a 3-mana, 1/1 vampire with flying. And then at the beginning of your end step, if an opponent lost life, what does it do, the other guy? Put a +1/+1 counter. So you're trying to make their stuff die, and then you're trying to make them lose life. But he's only a 1/1. What does your other guy do, the 3-mana one? As an additional cost to the spell, discard a card. Oh, but it's a 5/5. Yeah. You could play him and discard that swamp. Okay. And just have him be big.
And just whoop. Submit one.
Yep.
Alright.
And then, yeah, just pass. So, oh, did you have a question?
No, I just have to, like, remind myself, like, do not try to burr every turn. Like, take a breath. Like, you don't have to attack every single turn.
Oh yeah, usually very few decks want you to attack every single turn. It's usually like the super aggro decks. But here you do have a 5/5, but unlike Yu-Gi-Oh, they can like block with everything. So you kind of have to see what the options are of them blocking. It would be like they would have to block with 3 creatures. Luckily they have low toughnesses, so even if you like attack and they block, they can kill it, but they would have to actually no, I just realized hover over the typhoid rats. The 1/1 that they have. It has a keyword. It has a keyword called Death Touch. So I just imagine it as it touches you, you die. So if they block with that 1/1, your 5/5 would die. So that's kind of a bad trade for you. So you probably just want to pass.
Okay.
Because that's pretty annoying. But your 3/3 right there, the you have 2 of those guys. It has flying, so that could be a way to like get through for free every turn. Yeah, so that guy's 3, so you gotta wait. But again, you don't want to get blocked by the rats, so I probably just want to pass. It's annoying when they have Death Touch because just that one creature blocking anything makes it die. But also they just use a spell called Murder, which does what it is. It murders.
I love that.
It killed your guy for 3 mana basically.
I love that.
So now You probably want to play your Savage Gorger, the same guy. So, can you hover over? Is it whenever they lose life? The Savage, yeah. Opponent lost life. So it has flying, so you can just attack with it.
So just attack with this one.
Yeah, since they can't block it.
I keep like going to like throw the card forward like in Duel Links. So I'm sorry.
Oh.
Like, that's what I'm doing every time I do that. I'm throwing the card
Duel
forward
Links.
like, and I'm like attack.
You're like, yeah, it's like, wait, why is it doing that? But okay, so what happened there is they lost a life, and then your Savage Gorgers both gained +1/+1, so they're gonna do that every single turn. So here you just kind of want to stay alive, but also your Sanitarium Skeleton can come back, so that probably wants to block one of the 2-1s.
The 2-1s? Okay, there you go.
Or the rats, just to get it off the board, but then you would take more damage.
Well, I was gonna do the rats just to get it off the board, because that's really what's messing me up.
And then you could block one of their 2/2s with your 2/2 just so you don't take too much life, because they're attacking you. Yeah, that's probably the 2/2. Yeah, since you're
knock them into each other.
Yeah, so
okay.
And then since 2 of your creatures are dying, your 1/1 Malakir Coldblade is gonna get bigger right here. So you want to hit or go to damage here and let the damage go through.
So just do block?
Yeah. So then damage is going to go through. Creatures are going to die. You're going to take damage. And then that guy is going to get +2/+1/+1 counters since 2 of your stuff died. But then you can use his ability. And then he just goes from the graveyard to your hand. So he's just going to come back.
Yay!
And then you drew your own ugly rat thing.
Yes. Typhoid.
And then, yeah. Skeleton comes back, and then what does their frog thing do? Okay, it's just a 2/3. Yeah, so you could just attack all.
Let's see.
You probably don't die next turn. You're good. Yeah. So then your vampires are just gonna get bigger. So, we're just taking the. So you could just block with the skeleton again since it's free.
Okay. Or I can block with the rat, right? And it will kill it? Or
yeah, you could do that, or you could think like, oh, I'm gonna save it to kill a bigger creature. But at this point, I don't think you care since your creatures are getting bigger anyways, or you could just take it since you're at 14 and you would be taking 4. So either or, you can save it to maybe kill something bigger in the future, or just get rid of it.
Just in case. We'll just keep that one in the pocket.
Yeah, and your guy is gonna continue to get bigger, and then he's gonna come back.
Alright, so we got...
Yeah, you can just dump your board again. And then here, I would just attack all, because the rat is either getting through for 1 damage, or...
Right.
Yeah, or that's gonna get blocked and die. And they're at 1.
Whoa.
Soon. And yeah, and here the worst they can do is hit you for 6. You can even just take it because you're at 10.
Yeah, we'll just take it.
Yeah, who cares? And then their stuff is tapped. It can't block. And you're just going to attack. Nice.
It's like, sorry chat, didn't go over -17 this time.
Yes, like Lloyd Smith said in the chat, life is a resource. You have to think of your life as like, you kind of want to give up as much as you can without dying and kind of gain more board presence. But yeah, how do you like the black deck?
I like the black deck. I like the white deck too. I like the blue deck. That's where like I'm gonna have like the most trouble is that me just being like, I enjoy playing, let's just play. Like,
yeah, so basically you can literally have 1 color or all 5 colors. Obviously it's like a little bit harder to play your stuff when you have more colors to worry about, but generally the most popular style of deck is like 2 to 3 colors, and then it just kind of mixes those. I
don't know if this is like possible at all, so definitely like if this sounds like crazy, but I would just for like aesthetic purposes, I would love to have like a white and black deck, so it would be like yin and yang. I would love that
Oh yeah,
so much.
that's definitely like an archetype, which is like the gaining life, losing life, and then a lot of creatures
I
that manipulate life.
The
Yeah,
poeticness of that just like sends me to the moon. I'm like, yes,
yeah.
please sign
Usually
me
there's
up.
a lot of like angel and like vampires, stuff like that. It's people call it aristocrats usually, like is what that deck is called. But this deck is you're playing straight aggro right now. So
Yeah.
this creature is a 1 mana 1/1 that has haste. Haste is a keyword that means that it can attack the turn it comes out. So you could just attack here for 1 because there is nothing on the other side.
I like this art with like the zoomed in. I like it too how they put like at the bottom like the artist. Really
Oh
enjoy
yeah,
that.
yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't do that, and like I didn't know that
Yeah.
was a thing until I started playing Magic. And in Magic,
So
the artist of the cards is like a really big thing.
like there's not a whole lot of information like out there on like the actual like artists of like the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but like from the little bit that like I can find, like it seems to be like a very like aggressive like program. Like while you're drawing the art, like every single pen stroke or like pencil stroke has to be recorded so that they can prove 100% like authenticity, 100% like
Oh
they have
dang.
control of like the copyright. And
Yeah.
I
So
think that I wonder if like when they came to like the US and they got hit by Magic for having Magic cards and had to flip over to Spell, I'm wondering if like something like infrastructure wise like in the company they were like never again. Like
maybe, because like with Magic, the artists are like a huge part of the game because also like when you go to like Grand Prix, which are kind of like the YCSs, like the big events, there is usually an artist's corner or like aisle or part of the con where it's just devoted to the artists of the game, and the artists themselves physically go to these events and they will sign your cards and they'll sell prints and they'll sell tokens and you can like meet them, and it's so great.
that's amazing. I
Oh, maybe you don't want to attack. No.
I was not paying attention. I was talking.
You're
It's
good.
okay. It's okay. Next time we'll get them. Some card prices base. Oh, sorry. Blah, blah, blah. Some cards prices vary based on artists. That would make sense. I'm sure that there are like
Yeah.
some Magic card artists that have like a really like big following.
Yeah, like I have a favorite artist and like I'm trying to collect every single one of her artworks in a foil version. And that's going okay. I'm like halfway done, but like it's nice to be able to like have the artist name on the card and like collect them all. But at least the artist that I like, she stopped doing magic cards like 10 years ago cuz she does
Oh
like
wow.
real gallery artwork now. But anyways, there's a limited amount, like they don't keep coming out, at least for me. I can keep
Yeah.
up with it. But game wise here, what's happening is your opponent's stacking with a 4/4 and a 2/2. And you have 3, 4, 5 goblins, so 5 power to work with here. So you can put 2 in front of the 2/2 or 4 in front of the 4/4. But you also have to think they might have a spell that makes it bigger. So you could even put all of them in front of another creature, but maybe still get blown out. So do what yeah. What do you think here?
Let's just
Well, you don't want to put 2 1/1s in front of the 4/4 because then just they both die. Or you could put 1 just to avoid the 4 damage, or take the 4.
I'll just take the 4. So just do it like that.
Yeah, you could do that. Let's see if they have anything to blow you
Nothing.
out here.
We
Nope.
have to
Okay.
find out.
So your goblins die, their creature dies. And so what does your 5 mana spell do?
This
You
one?
don't have enough yet. No, the 5
Uh,
mana one?
Is
That
this?
one.
Okay.
Oh, deals 5 damage to target creature. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. Exile is like removed from play, basically. Oh, you have enough mana to cast it? You probably just want to use that. Just kill it. Get it off the board. And then, yeah, you get to attack for 3 here. Let's see what, oh, they don't have anything? Nice.
And then
So,
just
that, you could just save it, I guess, to try to use it next turn and just attack for 3 since they don't have anything. Wow, the bot doesn't have anything.
so just fast attacker. My turn.
Okay, so yeah, you can just do what you did last time, just attack all. You probably just want to save the burn bright until you can use it to try to go for game.
Okay.
Wow, Sparky, come on. So, yeah, so this is an instant speed, so you could do it. Usually the way you want to use instant speeds is you want to use them during combat since you can. Sorcery speeds are the ones that you can only use in main phases. So here the way you would use it is you attack all. And then don't go to damage yet. Before damage, you use your spell. There you go. So you do it as you're attacking.
Okay.
So then, like, your stuff is huge. Nice.
Woo.
Oh, poor Sparky.
He was like, congratulations. You've done
I did
it.
nothing.
And you're like, thanks, you know? Like, I'm not sure.
Nice. Do you want to play another one, or do you want to go and transition into the we talk about TCG's part of the stream?
Whatever you want to do. I'm totally down to do whatever. So.
Oh, actually, do you have any questions so far about Magic, or anything that was like kind of iffy for you?
No, basically just gotta get used to conserving, you know, and like not attacking like every time. You know, just
Yeah,
don't go into autopilot and attack.
Yeah, you have to really like manage all your resources, and think about if you want to save something or if you want to use it, and then like I have this much mana and this is exactly what I want to do with it, and have like a plan for your mana.
Yeah, definitely like hoard resources correctly.
I guess we might as well play the green deck, and then after that,
Yeah.
we can do like a chit chat and with chat, and chat can ask us some questions. Maybe I think that would be fun.
I love Lloyd Smith 28 said, "Wait, you haven't been in the TCG part this entire time?" No, we have been keeping it. That's
Just
this is
the
casual.
tip of the iceberg.
Like, this is casual conversation. So I have 2 land and I have some monsters, so this is okay.
Yeah, and then with green decks you kind of need a lot of mana, but you do have your creature Elysian Caryatid, the tree guy. He makes mana himself, so that's like a big thing in green decks. Oh, he's 2 mana, so
never mind. Cancel. Thank you. We gotta.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
So his ability is that you can tap it to generate an additional mana. So that's oh, they're gonna kill it though. But
Rude.
That's a big thing with green, is you're trying to get as much mana, like you're super mana hungry, like you're super mana greedy. You're trying to get all the mana so you can play really big things. No. That's a spell.
Yeah.
Land, and then you probably just want to play your cat just to draw a card, try to find more forests. Nice. Okay. I guess the bot doesn't just do mirror matches. Okay,
Right.
so here you probably just want to take the 2, since you don't really have a great block here. You still are doing okay with life here. Alright, so now you have 4 mana. What are your creatures?
Colossal Majesty, that's a spell. Okay, so Rumbling.
Bailoth, yeah, so that's a 4/4.
2/2, 3/3, and that's a spell. So I have a 4/4.
What are the other one's abilities? I didn't get to see. So that one, all creatures able to block this creature do so, so they're forced to block it. But it's a 2/2. Probably don't want that. And then what's the other one? It has trample. So that's an easy one to explain because there's a Yu-Gi-Oh keyword that does that. It has piercing basically.
Okay. Yeah.
Trample is piercing.
All right.
And then when it enters the battlefield, put 2 +1/+1 counters on each other creature named Baylock Pack Hunter. So it needs additional copies of itself. So yeah, the best option would probably be that guy.
The 4/4.
Mhm. And here you could attack with the cat since I don't think you mind trading it for their 2/1 since your cat already drew a card anyways, and they don't really have good attacks for next turn anyways. Yu-Gi-Oh has a trample keyword. It's not really a keyword, kind of, I guess.
Yeah.
Piercing damage. Yeah.
Hey, Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't have. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't have keywords. They say good luck. Figure it out.
Pretty much.
Choose.
So your opponent's attacking with a 2/2, so this is kind of sketch. Like, you could block. They probably have something, but I usually okay. Oh, they just had a murder.
Rude.
Okay.
I really like that card. Murder.
Yeah, just make it dead, please. Just make it dead.
Right. They had the chance to name that unalive, and they went
Unalive.
with yeah.
It just dead.
I got a 2/2, 3/3.
What does Colossal Majesty do again? I think it draws you cards.
Where are we?
The first spell, it's an enchantment, so it's a continuous spell basically in Yu-Gi-Oh terms. At the beginning of your upkeep, so before you draw, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, draw a card. So you probably need a 4/4 on your board.
What did Sparky say? I missed it. I'm seeing.
Oh, I did too.
Yeah.
What Sparky? How dare you?
He's probably talking shit. Rude.
Yeah, rude.
Yeah. So I don't have any monsters to make that work.
But you do have a
this.
3/3. Yeah, but that's a sorcery, so it's like a spell card, like a one-time use thing.
Okay.
So, yeah, that guy's good. It's a 3/3. If you draw more copies of him,
That would be nice.
it would be bigger. Yeah. Oh, they're attacking again. Honestly, I would probably just block it just to see what they have. I don't know. I usually try to do you have something? Force it. What are you doing?
Unlikely.
Oh, it gates indestructible. Okay, so your guy died, but their card is out of their hand. So I probably would just play the honestly, okay, so remember how you have that prized unicorn card?
Yes.
Where it basically forces your opponents to block it. You can use that in conjunction with your Feral Roar card to make it bigger and then force their stuff to block it. And just kind of kill all their creatures. So here you probably just take the damage. So you're taking 4. And then here you can use so this is what would happen. If you use the Feral Roar, it gives your creature +4/+4. So it would be total 6/6. If you attack with it, your opponent would have to block it, so their creature would die for free. But then they also have 2 more 2/2s on the board. So you have 5 mana. You probably either want to do that, but that's kind of maybe too aggressive. Or you can just play the Rumbling Baloth you just drew since it's a 4/4 and they only have 2/2s on the board. So it's kind of, that's probably a solid move. The other move is kind of maybe too spicy. So probably just pass here. Alrighty. Forest Ending, you have 6 mana to work with here. Honestly, now is probably a good time to use that Feral Roar card because you can trade your unicorn and that card for their 3 creatures and get them all off the board. Put it on the unicorn. Since all their creatures have to block your creature. So if you attack all, they have to put all 3 of their creatures in front of the unicorn, and then the 4/4 would go through.
Okay, so I should play this because then I can add mana to my hand, right?
Actually, you kind of don't really need it anymore.
Okay.
I think I would probably use the Colossal Majesty to draw with it next upkeep, try to get more cards. But if you attack all here, you're probably good, unless they drew something really good here, but
We're about to
yeah,
find
so
out.
they have to block like this. That's the unicorn's ability. So you don't have to reorder the blockers here since all of them are gonna die anyways. So basically what you're doing here is clearing the board other than your creature. So you're good here, and then the Colossal Majesty is gonna draw you a card next turn anyways. So the ability of their creature that they just drew here is that it just pokes you for 1 damage. So here you're gonna draw a card for that card and then a card for your normal turn. So you drew a 4/2 with trample, which is the piercing keyword, and then you drew a 1 mana creature that, what does it do? You can pay 4 mana to put a +1/+1 counter on it. So that's the permanent attack boost here. So you can do that as many times as you want, but it does cost 4 mana. And then does your opponent's creature have death touch or anything that we need to worry about? No.
No.
Okay. So you could just attack here and just play more creatures. That's probably fine. Yep, and then play your 1 mana creature. Yeah, you have a decent 4/4 attack here. They can't do much.
Like, hopefully they don't draw a rat.
Oh, yeah, the rat to kill your guy.
Right? I'm like, please don't draw a rat.
So here they're attacking with the 3/3. You could put the 4/2 in front of it, and then they both die. Or you could just take the 3. Doesn't matter. Up to you.
I'll take the 3.
Yeah, your guy has trample, so you probably want to be attacking with it anyways. And that card is an instant speed that puts a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control, and then afterwards it untaps it. So it's going to be available to block afterwards. So you probably want to attack with your 4/4s, and then maybe your 1/1 as well, since he can get a counter on it.
Okay, so
Probably just attack with both 4 power creatures. Because they can put they can trade with one of yours. Unless, yeah, the Stony Strait might save it. So let's see how the bot chooses to block here before you do anything here. Okay, so here you could use the Stony Strength to put a +1/+1 counter on your centaur thing. Yeah, so that would make it so the opponent's creature can't kill it. So you let damage go through, and then nice. So only theirs would die, and then yours is untapped now, so you can pass here. Alright. They drew nothing. But also you have the Jungle Delver. You can just take the 3 here since you're trying to win next turn. And then before you end the turn, you could have used the Jungle Delver. You can use that ability during either player's turn. So you could have added a counter during the end of their turn. But so this is a creature that when it enters the battlefield, you can have it fight target creature you don't control. So it just kind of, you get rid of their blocker. So it's gonna do like a mini battle outside of battle step basically. So take action. So it does the damage, but now you go into combat and then you can swing all and then murder Sparky, because F you Sparky, you're too annoying. Nice. Mini battle. Yeah, it's a little mini side battle. I guess that's what a fight is. It makes sense though, right?
It's a
the keywords are pretty.
Snack. That's a good one.
Okay, so you've played every color.
Yes.
Now, which one did you think was?
Okay, so my favorite
favorite?
two playing were white and black for sure.
White and black? All right. So at least what we got out of today's play sesh is that you like black and white, and that's a great start into Magic, I think.
Like, we have laid the foundation